silly of me, I know. I hate to think what it's like now. I did turn it down, but I may have left it a little late.
It can be burnt to a crisp for all I care.
Don't speak too soon. It probably is.
I didn't come for the food.
Speak for yourself. I'm starving.
I really do need you, Beryl. You're good for me, you know that?
You've been a great help to me, too. The dinner.
Leave it a while.
It's all ready.
I just want to talk to you. You know, with all the tension lately in the office, it's been a big help to me to just be able to relax with you.
You work too hard. Take a break.
There, you see? You always understand what I need. Now, I've realized that myself. About needing a break, a proper holiday.
Good for you.
I've been planning one for ages, and I mean to take it.
Where will you go?
Oh, the Mediterranean, I think. Somewhere by the sea. Yes. The Greek islands.
Sounds lovely.
Never been there? Oh, of course you've never traveled, you told me.
From up here was a big enough trek for me.
Well, it's about time you saw a bit of the world. Why don't you come with me?
Oh.
No, really. You'd love it. I can't think of anything I'd rather do.
I couldn't.
Of course you could. It's exactly what we both need.
I could never afford it.
That's no problem.
Besides, there's my job. It took me long enough to find one. I just can't...
None of that matters. Any day now, I'm expecting a big boost in my finances. I can't discuss it any further. I'll have to wait until it's settled.
Hell, we hardly know each other. It's all happening a bit suddenly. It's like the flat. I want to be independent.
I owe you a lot, Beryl. Think it over. Have lunch with you tomorrow and we'll discuss it further.
I'm sorry, I can't. Besides, I'll need more than a night to make a decision.
Okay. Well, just so long as you answer with a yes.
We'd better have that roast before it's completely ruined.
Good for Kev having it back.
I think I'll enjoy my job here more too without Hal Mason breathing down my neck.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Want to talk about him and Mum?
Oh, what's there to say?
They've been seeing a lot more of each other lately.
I met through you at work.
Up at Woombai. The opening of Fiona's riding school.
Right.
Mum belongs here. I told her so.
She's got to make up her own mind. I suppose her going back to Sydney so quick, there must be something there.
I was looking forward to us all being together again. Can't see it now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, sorry I'm late. The traffic was dreadful. Kevin and Lynn not here.
Having dinner next door.
Oh, I suppose that means you'll be cooking. Maybe we'd better go to a restaurant.
No, Lynn left something in the oven. Just needs to be dished up.
She spoils you. Oh, I'm starving. How about opening a bottle of wine?
No one here drinks much of it, Pan. Afraid we've only got beer.
I'll nip down the corner. White or red?
Hey, no, let me. I've got to get some beer anyway. With you here, it won't last long.
Can you manage okay?
Yeah, lucky it's not my drinking hour. One of each?
Yeah, fine.
Be back in a tick.
You know, I never expected to be serving a meal here for the three of us. Smell good. Any problems between you and David with the job?
I reckon there will be, given time.
I'm learning how to handle him pretty fast, so leave him to me.
Hoped you'd say that.
Shame Angela couldn't make it.
Yeah.
you realise the four of us still haven't had a family meal together? It's odd, isn't it? Oh, something to look forward to. This could almost be a business dinner. The Southern Freight Contingent.
How come you never told me about Ramberg taking us over?
Well, I was overseas when it was happening. I've only just caught up myself. Well, when I found out, I half expected you to resign on principle. I was prepared for an I'm not taking any favours from Patricia.
Probably would have got it once.
Oh, that's a change for the better, then. Sure you won't have some?
Have another beer later.
Come on, Dad. You're a white-collar worker now.
Yeah, I suppose I am.
Oh, no need to sound so happy about it.
Oh, I don't belong behind a desk. Not for too long.
Don't be silly. You've earned your promotion. Worked very hard for it.
No, it's not bad. Now, when I first got the job, I was as keen as mustard to prove I was up to it.
Which you've done.
Well, now, I don't know. I don't have... Al, it's just that I'm not looking forward to going back. Not like I would if I was still on the road.
Well, that's really negative thinking. There's no reason why you shouldn't go much further the way things are.
Anyway, I shouldn't give my boss the idea I haven't got any get up and go.
Now, listen to me, you two. Don't you realise what a wonderful position we're in? All we have to do is stick together and help each other. Not let that old Palmer pride get in the way. You have the trust and respect of the men. You're our link with the management, and I'm on the board. It's a perfect opportunity to support each other all the way down the line.
I never thought of it like that.
It's a good thing you've got me around then, isn't it?
What are you doing here?
Still work, you remember?
Why are you parking here? You're not senior staff anymore. You'll have to take a chance in the street with everyone else.
Trying to square off for not being allowed to sack me.
No. If you leave it here, it'll be towed away, that's all. Ah, Paul.
Morning. Ah, it looks good there. I heard from Lindy.
Yes, yes.
How is she?
Oh, fine, fine. Yeah, I miss her, you know. What can I do for you?
Fran told me you wanted to see me.
Ah, sorry, of course. I left a message with her last night. I've accrued about 4 months' leave. Now, normally the company comes first with me, of course, but I've reached the stage where I must start thinking about myself first.
Fair enough.
So I intend to take a holiday, virtually immediately.
We'll need some notice.
Not too much, I hope.
Well, the transport division's going through a shaky patch. I think we're going to need you here just now.
My advice on that score was rejected yesterday, remember? I still think it was the right idea, and I don't see it as my responsibility to come up with a viable alternative.
You're still managing director.
And I'm owed 4 months' leave. I'm sorry, you'll have to sort it out for yourselves. I'll give you a week, that's all you've got.
All right.
I'll leave everything in order. The Melbourne manager can take over while I'm away.
You're going to take the full 4 months?
That really would be leaving you in the lurch. 4 or 5 weeks will be fine, just as long as I get a breather.
Can I leave you to work out all the details?
Certainly can. I'm not being bloody minded. Just selfish.
Fine. Keep me posted on dates.
Will do. I hope you understand.
I guess I do. Not too sure about the board.
Well, I'm at the I don't care stage. Could you step in for a moment, please, Fran? I want you to sort out some travel details for me.
Good of you to spend time with her.
Oh, she's a nice girl. I think you were meant to ooh and ah a bit more over the material.
Huh. I'm the last person to ask that sort of thing. No taste.
I feel sorry for her, you know. It'll be the first really nice dress she's ever had. Rosie's son can't have been much of a father.
I'd say he hasn't changed in the 25 years since I saw him last. He was certainly a no-hoper then. Staying for lunch?
Oh, I'd love to, but I'm rostered on at the restaurant.
Even nicer of you then, dropping them all the way home.
Oh.
How's Fiona?
Oh, she's fine. Oh, listen, she really appreciated the advice you gave her about Hal's deal. Even if she did tear her hair out trying to make sense of it all.
I'm glad to help.
You two really want to be friends, don't you?
I suppose we should bury the hatchet. Any animosity seems, well, a bit pointless now.
Oh, I better get my skates on, otherwise I'll be late for work. Give her a ring. She'd really like it.
Yes, I'd like to arrange for some flowers to be delivered, thank you.
Thought they'd given you a bigger office.
It was my grandfather's. He wasn't pretentious, just wanted to get on with the job.
It's lucky Gordy set you straight about Hal's proposition, eh?
I was glad of his advice.
So Hal's secretary taking him in a pile of travel brochures. And managing director thinking of taking a holiday.
That's his business. If he wants to take a break or not, he's still very much in charge here. And if you're thinking of buttering up his stand-in, forget it. It won't work with him either.
I wouldn't bother. Besides, working in accounts has its benefits. Even been putting in some extra hours. Quite an eye-opener, really. You come across all sorts of interesting little tidbits. Nothing worth passing on. Yet. It could amount to something. If it does, you'll be the first to know.
Having a rough day?
Shows, does it?
No. Hey, Father's out the back, checking over a quote for some renovations.
Hope he gives us a few minutes. Did you know Hal Mason was going off on leave?
Had a call from Sydney earlier. Is that a problem for you, the local manager taking over at such short
No,
notice?
it's Mum. Everyone knows about her and Hal. I was just on the phone to his secretary. She said he's booked for 2.
Beryl wouldn't, would she?
I don't want Dad knowing about it. He'll only get more depressed. You want to say anything?
No, of course not.
I checked it out, Pat. Seems pretty reasonable. Hey, what brings you round?
I had some papers to bring around for Patricia's signature.
Such a relief having someone I can trust to handle that sort of thing, and this sort of thing.
Well, it's nice to feel useful for a change. If I had more time and another arm, I did most of the work myself. No charge.
Oh, I don't expect to be spoiled that much.
Can you give us a lift home?
Yeah, sure.
I can take you later.
Yeah, save you a trip. Ready whenever you are.
Let's go.
Are you sure you finished with Pat?
Yeah. Not much more we can do about it, really, is there?
No, there isn't.
G'day, love. What are you doing here?
Davy's clinic day. Told Lynn I'd pop over and make myself useful around the house.
Ah, thanks for helping out.
Oh, this came for you. It's kind of official.
It's from the bank. What do you know? It says here, seeing the money was stolen through no fault of our own, we're entitled to the $7 grand Noel ripped off. I forgot we hadn't told you. He stole my bank book, forged my signature.
When?
Just before he nicked off.
Why didn't you say something?
Mum and I thought it was no point. The damage was done. He'd already caused you enough upset.
If I'd known.
It's all right, Susie. It's all over now. The bank's in that investigation. I thought it'd be the last we'd hear of it, but here we are.
You two are incredible.
I always think of us kids first.
We're incredible.
Can't you go and talk to Mum? She'll be a lot calmer now.
From what John was saying last night, things could be really serious between your mum and this hell bloke. More serious than I thought. It's funny, really. Money turning up now. Beryl and Lee were going to put it down the truck. Set myself up on my own.
Why don't you still...
It's too late now. Half that money belongs to your mum. She's earned it just as much as me.
However things turn out, I always think you're the best there is.
Oh, hello, love. Fiona's out.
Oh, I'm looking for you. This was delivered to the restaurant.
What is it?
It's for you.
Oh, Hal must have thought I was working. I wish he wouldn't push so hard. He wants me to go away on a trip with him to the Mediterranean or somewhere.
Well, it sounds all right to me.
No, it's not just the trip, love. If I take him up on it, it means that... Well, I'm just not that sure of my feelings.
I know what you mean.
Do you?
Well, I put John through heaps after I split up with Wayne. Not wanting to rush into anything. Must be so much harder for you after 20 years of marriage.
Having someone pressuring you doesn't help.
Well, you're lucky you've got someone who cares. Don't make the same mistake I did. Well, I wouldn't let John get close, and I missed out, didn't I?
I know it probably sounds very old-fashioned these days, but there's never been anyone else. Only David.
Then I guess you've got to decide whether your marriage is really over. And if it is, and you care about Hal, getting away with him could be just what you need.
Now, just hang on. What are you saying?
I'm saying we've missed out. Back to losing.
But we can't have. You said it was a no-risk proposition.
Look, you took a punt, and it fell through. Simple as that.
But you don't understand. I went against the board's decision. Now, they'll accept it if we make a profit, but...
No hope of a profit, Hal. All down the drain. Sorry, nothing I can do about it. You'll just have to work it out for yourself.
Heavy night coming up.
You'd better believe it. Oh, not that you'd know anything about it, of course.
Who, me?
Yes, you. Gordon Hamilton sent me a lovely bouquet of flowers and an invitation to dinner at Jurald tonight.
Well, how about that? Well, he doesn't waste his time, does he?
Aha! Then you did know something about it.
Well, I did have a bit of a chat with him this morning.
Why, you screaming
All I
little
did
minx.
was say how happy you were about the advice he gave you. And how obvious it was that you both want to be friends again. I guess he just took it from there.
Thank you. You know how much I've wanted to sort it out with him.
Yeah. Oh, it's nice for me to be able to help you for a change. We've got a lot of catching up to do.
Well, here goes.
Good luck.
Thanks. Bye.
I wasn't sure if you could make it. Such short notice.
I could hardly refuse. Oh, thank you. The nicest things happen on the spur of the moment.
A drink.
Oh,
Scotch?
Yes, ice and water. Thank you, Gordon. I was beginning to doubt that I would ever be invited here again.
Friends? I only have myself to blame, letting Patricia pull the wool over my eyes for so long. I'm only sorry I jeopardized a good friendship in the process.
Don't be too hard on yourself. She's a very cunning woman. Thank you, Gordon.
You were right about her and James, too, of course.
It's all over and done with now.
I think Angela and John are the only ones she has any feelings for.
Not David.
Oh, I doubt it. She may like to think it can work. But can you see it?
Not if David's sensible.
Had a letter from Gordon's solicitors. He wants to start divorce proceedings as soon as possible.
So your split is final?
Still, I think it's for the best. Would you like a drink?
Thanks.
Neither of our marriages had any real hope. Not after Woombye. The responsibility we felt towards our families, it's not enough to sustain a marriage, not for long anyway.
Seemed like a good reason at the time.
Oh, yes, it did. But can't you see how wrong it all was?
Mumbai?
Oh, good God, no. No, I mean, going back to our families on that basis, simply because we felt obliged.
That's all it was.
Wasn't it? Now we can please ourselves. Being here with you in Melbourne and seeing you with the kids, I feel closer to you than I ever have.
It's been good.
After everything that's happened, all that we've been through. After the divorce, do you think we have a chance together?
Love is very strange. It can come and go. It can happen when you are young or old. When it comes from nowhere. When it comes, it changes